All right, so today we are diving into something that seems to cause a lot of confusion for newer crypto investors.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those terms that gets thrown around constantly. And,
Yeah,
in the crypto space, there's a lot of that.
absolutely.
But we're talking about staking.
Yes.
And it's one of those things that can mean a lot of different things.
Yeah, it can be very confusing because it can be used in so many different contexts.
Exactly. And it's not always clear if they're talking about the same thing or if it's just like a marketing ploy.
Right.
So we're calling this a deep dive on staking for a reason.
Definitely.
So let's start with,
You're right.
I guess, the OG staking.
Yeah.
When people say proof of stake,
Right.
what are they even talking about?
So proof of stake, really, we should probably go back to 2012
Okay.
when it was first really being talked about.
Okay.
And the idea was essentially that instead of miners securing the network,
Right.
you would have people locking up their tokens as a way to secure the network. So it'd be like a decentralized security system.
Okay, so instead of these
Yeah.
giant warehouses full of computers,
Yeah,
it's people all over the world just putting up their tokens and saying,
exactly.
I'm guaranteeing
Yes.
the security of this network.
Yeah, like a deposit almost.
Okay, so what's the incentive, though?
Oh, well, that's what's interesting because
Yeah.
by staking, you are contributing to the network's security.
Mm-hmm.
And in exchange for that, you get staking yield. So essentially, you get paid.
Oh, so you get like
Yeah.
the reward
Yeah, you can think of it almost like interest. Like
Yeah.
you're earning interest on your...
on your stake.
Exactly.
Right.
But instead of a bank, it's like a blockchain.
Gotcha. But if the network goes down,
That's the thing.
your state's worthless.
Exactly. That's the risk, right? If the network
Yeah.
is compromised in some way,
Right.
then yeah, those tokens that you've staked,
Yeah.
it could become worthless.
So there's a big incentive to make sure that you're staking in
So-
something that's going to stick around.
Absolutely. You want to make sure it's a secure network, that it's a valuable network
Yeah.
and something that's going to be around for the long term.
So now when I stake,
Yeah.
am I like setting up a server in my basement or
Right.
what am I actually doing?
So there's a couple of different ways to do it.
Okay.
You can run your own validator node.
Okay.
That does require a little bit of technical expertise.
So you probably need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you need to know a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah.
But there are also platforms like Lido or Rocket Pool
Okay.
where you can essentially stake your tokens through them.
So it's like a simpler version.
Yeah, exactly. They make it a lot more user-friendly,
Okay.
so you don't have to worry about the technical side of things.
So it seems like the concept of staking
Yes.
has really evolved,
It has.
especially in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
And it seems like now people use that term
definitely.
to mean lots of different things.
Oh, absolutely. It's almost like it's
Yeah.
become a catch-all term for
Huh.
anything where you're locking up tokens.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even clear
Right.
if you're getting a reward or
Exactly.
what the purpose is.
Yeah, what's the incentive, right? Like,
Yeah.
what are you actually getting
Yeah.
for locking up your tokens?
So it's almost like these loyalty programs now.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
It's like a loyalty program.
You get the points and you get some kind of
Exactly. You get perks, you get benefits.
yeah.
You know, maybe you get higher returns.
Right.
Maybe you get voting rights.
That-
Maybe you get access to new features.
So they're using staking
Yeah.
to incentivize some kind of behavior that they
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
Okay, so is
It's
this
a way to encourage users to
Right.
engage with the platform.
but is that necessarily a bad thing though?
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing on the surface, but it's when it starts to get a little bit misleading that, I think it becomes a problem.
So like how do I know if
Yeah.
it's legit or not?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
And I think it really comes down to understanding what are the fundamentals of this project?
Okay.
What problem are they trying to solve?
Mhm.
Is there a real need for this?
Right.
Are the staking rewards sustainable?
So it's about looking beyond
Yes.
just that word. to other things.
Absolutely. Don't get blinded by the buzzwords.
Right. And actually trying to figure out
Exactly.
really
Do your
good.
research.
Yeah.
Look into it.
well said.
And I think that's really the key.
Yeah, this has been really helpful.
I'm glad to hear that.
I think a lot of people are going to find this really valuable. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, this is fun.
All right.